guys, Nikki Wood here. Today I want to talk with you a little bit about the 3 most important connections that you really need to have if you are interested in being a witch. Now, I think that there's been a really upsurgence of witches in the popular culture today, which I think is great. The more the merrier. Come on over. We've got room for everybody. But the problem that I kind of see is that people either are feeling magical and they're not really knowing what to do about it, that they go around and just say that they're a witch, or they want to be a witch, but they're not really doing the work. And I think this kind of puts people off a little bit sometimes too, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about, these 3 connections here today. So if you are interested in becoming a witch, or you feel like you are one, but you don't kind of know which direction to go or what to develop, these are the 3 connections that I really think that you should have. So let's talk about them for a moment. The first connection that I think is really, really important is the connection that you have with yourself. You really need to know who you are, and you need to know how you're feeling about stuff. You need to kind of see patterns in how you're reacting to things. And you need to always be doing some sort of self-growth work. The other thing you probably want to be doing is you want to really be doing shadow work. And this is taking a look at the darker parts of ourselves that we might not really want to take a look at, the parts of ourselves where we do things where we're kind of embarrassed that we do that, or, bad habits, or, just different things. And we don't really have to be embarrassed about that, because we all have dark and we all have light. It's the duality of everything. So you really need to learn to love and accept yourself for who you are, and change the things that you can change. And the stuff that you can't, you have to learn that it's just who you are, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. So becoming one with yourself sort of is the first connection. You really need to know who you are. And the other thing too is, if you are unsettled or disgruntled or, off in any way, if you're not in alignment, what's happening is when you're doing work for other people, when you're doing spells for yourself, or when you're trying to do magic, it could very well affect the outcome, because you really need to be grounded. You really need to be in a good state of mind before you're doing these sort of things, because it's going to make your spells and all your stuff kind of go all willy-nilly. It really does take, kind of grounding and concentration. And if you're so all over the place that you can't find that own personal power inside yourself, if you can't find your magic and pull it up in the strong, powerful way in which it was meant to be used, it's going to kind of affect the work that you're doing. So knowing yourself and doing work on yourself is a very, very important part of being a witch, and a good connection to have. You always want to be your best friend, right? So the second connection that you need to have is you need to have a connection with your magic and the type of work that you do. And what type of work is it that you want to be doing? Are you a kitchen witch? Are you a fire witch? Do you, what sort of things and magic and stuff do you want to be creating? Because everyone resonates with a different area, and you can do light magic, you can do black magic, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You have to go with what fits you. Just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that it's not acceptable or that it's not right for somebody else. You really have to know what sort of magic you want to be doing and how that works for you with the powers and gifts that you have, and what type of magic you feel comfortable with. And just because it works for you doesn't mean that it's going to work for everybody. And just letting everybody do their own thing and concentrating on honing your own skills and developing yourself. So that's the second connection you want to have, is with you and your magic, what that feels like, how to call it up, and how to use it in a really effective way for you. The third and final thing that you need to have a connection with if you want to be a witch, that I think is really important, is you want to have some sort of connection to spirit, to the higher power, to whatever it is that's above where you're at, because that connection is going to be your lifeline. Being able to tap into that is going to get you the information that you need when you're stuck on things. It's going to be a guiding light for you. It's going to be all the information that you need. It's in there. But if you can't get it, if there's no connection, you're going to be dead in the water. So learning to develop that connection with whatever deity or god or goddess or energy that works for you. That's okay. Pick the one that you like. That's all right. There's hundreds of them. Pick something that works for you. But form that connection with that in a way that feels good for you. One really good way to do that is through meditating and being able to connect with that source energy. And that will help you visualize and connect, and using all of those psychic abilities and tools that you'll develop along the way, that will help you get the information from source, from spirit, from the universe that you need when you get stuck on things, when you need guidance, when you maybe need some help with a spell. It's just going to be an intuitive process that's going to work for you. So that connection is really, really important. And I think all 3 of those things together are going to make you a really powerful witch. So as you can see, those things aren't stuff you can just do overnight. It's going to take a little time, and it's going to take a little work, and it might take a little research. And that's okay. There's a whole community of people here that are out here for you. If you have any questions, if I can help you in any way, if you need more videos on other stuff, let me know. I really think it's all about lifting each other up and helping each other learn and grow so that we can be stronger together. So hopefully that's helped give you guys a little bit of a guideline today. And if you need anything else, you just let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and have an absolutely beautiful day. Best of luck on your new journey.